world and welcome to the next vlog. Today I got something pretty cool to show you. In fact, I'll just show you.
For a moment I'll disappear, fade to the light like a pioneer, spinning on the ground like a merry-go-round. I'll try to undo the dark water on the visible sea, when the mind and the matter just didn't agree. In for a penny, I'm in for a pound. What will be, will be.
Is the OSMO the perfect camera? No, but for certain shoots it's just amazing. So as you can see, the OSMO on the car works pretty good, and you know, I can control it from my phone. I can hit record and it's recording. I can actually move the camera around. If I put my finger on the phone, I can actually move it. So that's not bad. Bit of delay there, but what do you expect? And I can control the camera. Whoops, looks like I just lost a signal there. So it's on 2.7. Oh, there we go, I lost signal. It's on 2.7K, 25 frames a second here in Australia. Let's get out and have a look at it. One of the gripes I have about it is you got no control of the iris, so it's just locked. So you got to have little filters on, and of course that means you can lock your shutter and your f-stop's locked, I think 2.8 or something, and you can have auto ISO as you go from dark to brightness, but it just doesn't work. You really got to lock your shot off and then get your shot, and then if you go into somewhere dark you got to adjust again and get that shot. So as it is today, the clouds are rolling in and then they're going out, in and out, and the little camera has a hard time with that. So basically try and shoot when it's cloudy or shoot when the sun's out. So I've got this mount here. This mount's really good. Good quality. I don't know how much it cost me, 150 bucks or something. I've got this extra safety cable there in case it falls off. And the OSMO, I put a little bit of tape here because that can actually turn and then the top of the camera can come off. I don't know why they didn't put a lock on here. They actually put a lock here. You can lock this one, but you can't lock there. So while it's on the car, I just put it there. But it's pretty cool as you're driving along. You can see what the OSMO is getting, and you can control the camera. Now, sometimes it loses its horizon, and sometimes it can kind of like get out of whack, but you can just touch the screen and tell it to point to the front again. So not bad. It works really good on the skateboard, as you can see. And now I've got this car mount. I'm just going to keep driving around and seeing what shots I can get. Anyhow, it's a nice day. So I've got the Quaddy 300 in the back of the car, so I might get that out and go for a bit of a fang around here.
Too many winning here to pass logs to my fear, 'cause everything I'm hearing sounds too good to be true. Another one is approaching near, the words I want are getting clear. I'll stand aside and probably let this one through. Floating around in deception, they hold me down, hold me down. As I get closer, I'll just drift away further now. Further now. Wait for a moment, I'll disappear, fade to the light like a pioneer, spinning on the ground like a merry-go-round. I'll try to undo the dark water on the visible sea, when the mind and the matter just didn't agree. In for a penny, I'm in for a pound. What will be, will be. Floating around in deception.
Oh boy, that was fun. So annoyed I didn't have the camera on this charged up. Quaddy 300, it just hooks along. You got to really think about where you're going with this, because you got a bit of weight behind you, but boy, it just fangs along. The little knife Scarab 200, which I had to fly with, it's got the Mobius on the front there, so hopefully I got a bit of footage. I'm going to have to try and mix the 30p footage with this 50p, but we'll see how we go. It hasn't got as much punch as the 300 when you nail it, but boy, this thing just gets up and goes like once you get the speed up, and also it's very nimble. So the little Scarab knife 200, I love it. Now the OSMO is an awesome little machine for what it does. I got a number 8 filter on here. I suggest you always shoot in shutter speeds of 50, 100 or 200 with the 8 on. If you take the filter off, you'll be up to like 1200 shutter speed, 1500 in the bright light, so you have to have a ND filter. And I got one of the DJI filters, but it's plastic, and I actually broke it cleaning it. So I got one of these filters. It's a what's it called? A Polar Pro filter. So I got 3, and I got 3 of these, and it's actually glass. So the number 8, I suggest you use so you can control your shutter. I've got a 16, but the 16 you have to have a very, very bright day, otherwise it's just going to be too dark. So if you've got a very bright day with a 16 on, you're down to 50 shutter speed. So the OSMO, what else? The battery goes pretty good. They kill the fan when you hit record now, so the battery lasts a lot longer. You have to be very careful when you walk with it. You'll get this slight up and down bobbing motion. Now, I shoot video on a mechanical stabilizer like a Steadicam for a living, and this thing is harder to walk with than the video camera on the mechanical stabilizer, believe it or not. But for what it does, you can certainly get different angles. I've got a selfie stick, we'll try that out. I've got the bracket to put it on the old Deadly Treadly, push bike for you guys that don't know what a Deadly Treadly is. So I'll check that out. I'm really impressed with the car mount there. So I'm going to have another fly.
Can I highlight what has happened here? To deeper waters in the depth below, brighter colors that are painted clear, warmer summers than the ones I know. Been a sucker for the kingdom leader, but now the kingdom is the one I roam. The thicker layers from a million fevers that affected all the light that glowed. So grab a hold, grab a hold, grab a hold on to what it is you believe it to be. Grab a hold, grab a hold, grab a hold. Find the pressure, we'll take a lead and let go. Cause it can only be you to set your words on fire. It can only be you, my love. It can only be you. Right pages building bridges higher. It can only be you, my love. Was getting fickle on a million flavors, to which none of them you liked at all. Followed the leader for a good behavior. The kingdom leader never made a call. Say goodbye and walk away with wisdom, and build a kingdom that you call your own. Hold a light over what truly matters, cover over all the cracks below. So grab a hold, grab a hold, grab a hold on to what it is you believe it to be. Grab a hold, grab a hold, grab a hold. Find the pressure, we'll take a lead and let go. Cause it can only be you to set your words on fire. It can only be you, my love. It can only be you. Right pages building bridges higher. It can only be you, my love.
I also suggest you shoot in D-Log. D-Log's the way to go. I've shot in all the other formats, but D-Log, you know, you get it on the computer and you think, oh no, I've burnt the clouds out, but bang, you can pull it back. It gives you a lot more dynamic range. So shoot in D-Log, lock your ISO, lock your shutter, and do color correction in post. I've just got a heap of filters made up. I'm always shooting in 5500 Kelvin white balance, so I just drop a filter on. If it doesn't look the best, I take it off and I drop another filter on and bang, it's done. And then once I found the filter that works best for that day, I just drag the filter to all the clips and bang, job's done. So D-Log is the way to go, and don't shoot on auto ISO. That's just horrible. You got to, if the sun comes if the sun goes behind a cloud, you've got to stop, readjust your camera. You can't leave it on auto. And going from the bright sunlight into the rainforest, if you leave it on auto ISO, it just gets so grainy in there, you know. And you have to take the filter off, stop and take the filter off, because outside in the sunlight it's too bright, whereas underneath the canopy of the rainforest it's too dark, so you have to stop and take the filter off. Apart from that, yeah, going again, I don't know why they didn't put a lock on here, because I've got some tape on there, because that can turn, especially when it's on the front of the car. But yeah, they've got that lock on here, so they must have thought about it later.
I bought the Red Sea mountain black. This ain't gonna change. And your eyes, they used to blind me, look into other worlds.
Well, world, the clouds rolled in, so I went home, went for a swim, found my bottle of whiskey, had a couple of drinks, but I need to duck down the shop here, just get a few little bits and pieces before I drink too much more and fall off my skateboard. Yes, the Evolve bamboo skateboard, the only way to travel. So I'm going to have to look at the Mobius, because I've got it on 30, and blending it in with my 25 and 50 material, you just get too much frame blending. So I'm going to have to put it on 25 and see how it goes. Hey, there was a doctor. That's handy in case I fall off my board. Now, flying those FPV machines is so much fun. Flying the Phantoms, I call it cappuccino flying. There's not much skill involved. But if you want to fly FPV with those goggles, it's quite a high learning curve. So I don't think you'll just get one out of the box, charge up the battery and fly. You won't. And the ultimate is flying in manual mode, so you can do all those loops and rolls and whatnot. But the Phantom has its place, you know, it's got that gimbal, and it's just absolutely amazing to get steady footage and photos, and I'll be using that for work. But for fun, or you want that adrenaline boost, yeah, get yourself an FPV machine. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm going to wrap this vlog up, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't ride the skateboards on the veranda.